Soft tissue work for the posterior cuff with either a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball or some comparable ball. Again, you can start off with something softer, work up to something a little more aggressive, but the posterior cuff, which includes supraspinatus, infraspinatus, and teres minor, get very gritty over time, take on a lot of eccentric stress from the act of throwing, constantly going through external, internal rotation, and as such, going into ball release, there's a lot of stress going on the back of your shoulder to decelerate that stress. So this is an area that gets really gritty. If guys start to lose internal rotation, you can often regain it by working on tissue extensibility of the posterior cuff. So basically, you're going to want to lay on your side, and we're specifically targeting, if you grab the ball of your shoulder, again, this is your deltoid, but a good way to think about where we're specifically targeting is right where your fingertips are. If you just grab your shoulder, right in that spot right here, that's typically where you're going to get most of that soreness and where a lot of those trigger points are going to be for you as far as teres minor, infraspinatus. So right where those fingertips are, place the ball. Again, as you get down here, you can kind of experiment, roll back and forth, but that's where most of the grit is going to be. So we're laying on the side, searching around, and for me, I just found my hot spot. So once I get to this point, two things. One, I'm going to pin it. I'm going to take as much basically pain as I can tolerate. The goal is not to go over about a 6 or 7 out of 10. So if this is a 10 out of 10 pain, dial it back down to something like a tennis ball or something even a little bit softer if it's really, really gritty. From here, start off just oscillating back and forth. So if it's a 6 or 7 out of 10, you might have to stay on that for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, maybe 2 or 3 minutes even. We're just going to stay on that until the sensitivity starts to die down, however long that takes, up to about 3 minutes. Once you get to that point, we're going to take it through some active release work. So we're still pinning that spot. Now we're going to take the opposite hand and take it through horizontal adduction. So getting a good stretch through the back of the shoulder. Again, you don't need to crank super hard. If you're starting to feel a pinch in the front of your shoulder, we're just going until we feel a nice stretch on the back of the shoulder. And then from here, again, we're not doing a true sleeper stretch, but we're just going to go through internal, external rotation. Again, take it through a nice range of motion once we've worked on desensitizing the back of the shoulder.